Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a seat. Give me just a moment and we'll get started. We're back on the record. We reconvene in State versus Apodaca, criminal cause D101CR 2023-25, with counsel, the jury, and Mr. Apodaca all present in the courtroom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. The attorneys and I have met this morning and kind of organized the day. We'll continue in the state's case in chief. Again, if there's anything that you need, please get my attention or Angel's attention, and we'll try and make sure you're able to fully participate, and we will continue. Who is the next witness for the state?
The state calls Lanny McCulley.
If you have the witness come in, please. And again, if you're having any difficulty hearing us, let us know. Good morning, ma'am. If you'll raise your right hand, I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
I need to get your voice on the recording.
Sorry. Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Everything we do in the courtroom has to be recorded. You don't need to lean into the microphone. It just needs to be in front of you. They're pretty directional, so if you're speaking off to the side, it might not get your voice. Okay. Would you begin by introducing yourself to the jury by stating your name and spelling your name for us, please?
I'm Lanny McCulley. It's LANIMCCULLEY.
Mr. Long, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. McCulley. Do you currently live in Santa Fe?
Yes, I do.
How long have you lived in Santa Fe?
20 years.
And what's the highest level of education that you've completed?
I have a bachelor's degree.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
And do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
One.
What is that child's name?
Kiara McCulley.
How old is Kiara today?
23.
And so back in 2022, was she 19?
Yes.
Did Kiara graduate high school?
No, she did not.
What's the highest grade that Kiara completed?
10th grade.
In 2022, where was Kiara living?
At my house.
And I want to talk a little bit about your house, about how many bedrooms does your house have?
It's 2 bedrooms.
All right. And is there a garage?
Yes.
And is that garage attached or detached?
It would be detached.
All right. And in 2022, was Kiara living inside the main house or in a detached garage?
She was staying in the detached garage.
Is that kind of where all of her stuff was?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Did that garage have a bathroom?
No,
Did the garage have a kitchen?
no.
As of October 29th, 2022, was there anyone else living with you and Kiara?
Isaac Apodaca was.
And if Isaac Apodaca or Kiara needed to, say, use the bathroom, where would they go?
They would come into the house.
Okay. And if they needed to prepare some food or cook, anything like that, where would they go?
They would come into the house.
And if they needed to shower, where would they go?
Into the house.
How would someone get into the detached garage?
There's multiple points of entry to the backyard. We have a front gate, we have the back gate, and then also through the house.
Okay. And the door between the house and the garage, so I guess maybe the back door,
Yes.
was that door normally kept locked?
Only during the night. It was usually open during the day as long as someone was home.
Okay. And then what about the door into the garage from the backyard? Was that door normally locked or unlocked?
It was normally unlocked as long as the kids were in the garage.
Okay. And if Isaac Apodaca or Kiara needed to get inside the house and that door was locked, how would they do that?
They both had keys.
I want to talk a little bit about Isaac Apodaca, okay?
Yeah.
How did you know Isaac Apodaca?
I met him through my daughter.
Okay. And was he Kiara's boyfriend?
Off and on, yes.
Okay. Were they ever engaged to be married?
Yes.
Do you remember how old Isaac Apodaca was back in 2022?
I think he was 21, 22.
Is Isaac Apodaca in the courtroom today?
Yes, he is.
And would you describe something that he's wearing?
He's wearing a blue suit with a blue tie.
Prior to October 29th, 2022, how long had you known Isaac Apodaca?
About 3 years.
And how did he come to live with you?
My daughter brought him over to stay the weekend because he had been kicked out of his house.
And at any point when he was living there, did you ever try to kick him out or evict him?
Yes, I did.
And what was Kiara's reaction when you did that?
She would get upset and threaten to live on the streets with him.
And at any point, did you ever refer to Isaac Apodaca as your son or your son-in-law or your soon-to-be son-in-law?
Yes, I did.
I want to ask you a little bit about Isaac Apodaca and Kiara's relationship, okay?
Okay.
Are you able to describe their relationship?
I would call it rocky.
Okay. And prior to October 29th, 2022, how long had they been dating?
That's difficult to say. It was on again, off again. So I can't say that there was a firm timeline.
Okay. So I guess if we were talking about, we don't have a firm timeline, but if we have a beginning point.
Maybe 2 years.
And do you know, did Isaac Apodaca and Kiara ever get in arguments?
They disagreed, yeah.
Do you know if any of those arguments ever got physical?
Yes.
Do you know if the police were ever involved in any of those arguments?
Yes.
And do you remember an incident on April 4th, 2022, when the police were involved?
Yes.
And why do you remember the incident from April 4th, 2022?
I had to take my daughter to the ER.
And why did you have to take her to the ER?
She was bruised from top to bottom, and she had a broken thumb.
Do you know why that argument occurred on April 4th, 2022?
I don't know what the argument was about, no.
Do you know if a police report was filed about that incident?
Yes, Kiara and I filed one with the police while we were at the hospital.
Okay. Did Isaac Apodaca and Kiara's relationship appear to change after April 4th, 2022?
Yes.
And do you know if Kiara followed through with testifying against Isaac Apodaca, or did she drop the charges?
She did not personally drop the charges. She did not talk to the police when they called because he was in the room with her.
Prior to October 29th, 2022, had Kiara ever held a job?
She had a job at Route 21, I want to say for about a month.
Okay. And was that her only job ever?
Yes,
And you said she had that for about a month?
about a month, yes.
Okay. Did she quit? Was she fired?
My understanding was she was let go.
Okay. And so, I guess, how did Kiara pay for anything? I mean, did she have a cell phone?
I paid for all of her housing utilities, her cell phone. Isaac took over her cell phone payments at one point,
Okay.
but for the most part, I paid for everything that she needed.
Okay, so does that include, clothes, toothbrushes, toothpaste, that type of stuff?
Yes.
Okay. And prior to October 29th, 2022, do you know if Isaac worked?
Off and on, yes.
Are you aware of any other ways in which your daughter Kiara made money?
She was prostituting.
May we approach her?
Yes.
You just stated that Kiara was prostituting. How do you know that Kiara was prostituting?
I found out because a gentleman was walking onto my property, and I asked her who he was, and she explained it to me.
Oh, objection, Your Honor. There's...
Sustained. Ladies and gentlemen, disregard the last answer.
Did you ever speak with Isaac Apodaca about Kiara's outside work?
I spoke with both Isaac and Kiara about it.
Okay. And in your conversation with Isaac Apodaca and Kiara, what did you tell them?
It was to end immediately.
And when you say it was to end immediately, what do you mean?
The prostitution.
Okay.
Judge, I would, my objection to this whole line.
Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you, Judge. Do you know if your daughter Kiara and Isaac Apodaca spent money on any extra stuff?
Yes, they did.
What did they spend money on?
Perfume, clothing, a sword, weaponry, and models.
And when you say models, what do you mean by that?
Isaac used to put together and collect these models called Gundam. It's from a comic.
Okay. And do you know how much those models cost?
The ones I priced were anywhere from $50 to $2,500.
I want to ask you about someone by the name of Grace. Who is Grace Jennings?
Grace Jennings was a friend of my daughter's.
And did you ever meet Grace Jennings?
Yes, I did.
Do you know how long Kiara and Miss Jennings had known each other?
My daughter was probably in first or second grade when they first met.
Okay, so they'd known each other for a while then.
Yes.
And is it safe to say that they had kind of grown up together?
Yeah.
Do you know if Ms. Jennings and Kiara were still friends on October 29th, 2022?
No, they were not.
How would you describe Grace Jennings and Kiara's relationship?
Difficult.
And do you know if prior to October 29th, 2022, had Ms. Jennings ever been over to your house?
Yes.
And had you seen her over there?
It had been years, but yeah, she had stayed at our house several times,
Okay.
along with her younger sister.
Back in October 29th of 2022, do you know if Kiara had a working cell phone?
Yes, she did.
And I realize that this is a few years ago, but do you recall what her phone number was?
No.
How about do you remember what kind of cell phone it was?
I can't remember if at that time Isaac was paying for her phone or if I was. If I was paying for it, it would have been a T-Mobile phone. If he was paying for it, it would have been Verizon.
Okay. Do you know if it was like an Apple iPhone or something else?
No, it would have been Android.
Okay. How about Isaac Apodaca? Do you know if in October of 2022, did he have a working cell phone?
I know he had a phone. I don't recall whether or not it was connected.
Okay. Do you remember his phone number?
No, I only ever talked to him in Messenger.
Do you remember what kind of phone he had? Was it
He would have had a Verizon. That's the company he went with, but I don't know what the type of phone would have been.
So you don't know if it was an Apple or an Android?
Calling for
No.
speculation. And hearsay.
Yep, sustained.
At your house, did you have Wi-Fi at your house?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know if Isaac and Kiara used the Wi-Fi at your house?
Yes, they did.
Now, back in October 29th of 2022, what was your address?
5941 Jaguar Drive, Santa Fe.
So I want to kind of take you back to October 28th, 2022. Okay. Do you know where you were during the evening of October 28th, 2022?
I was at home.
Okay. And back in 2022, were you employed?
Yes, I was.
And back in 2022, did you go into an office or did you work from home?
For the most part, I worked at home.
Okay. Was there anything going on in the world that most of us probably remember and are trying hard to forget?
The pandemic.
Okay. Did you go to bed on October 28th, 2022?
Yes.
And do you remember what time you went to bed?
Probably between 10 and 11. It's my standard.
Now, Ms. McCulley, knowing what you know now, did anything stand out from October 28th, 2022?
My daughter never came into the house on October 28th.
And why does that stand out to you?
Well, because she would have needed to come into the house to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And, that day, Isaac made them dinner, which was rare and far between.
Okay.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay lack of foundation. I mean, just hearsay, Your Honor. I don't know how she know.
Overruled.
You said that Isaac made them dinner. When Isaac made them dinner, did you talk to Isaac?
I'm sure I did, but I don't recall what we discussed.
Did Isaac Apodaca tell you why he was making them dinner?
I don't recall.
Do you remember if you asked Mr. Isaac Apodaca why Kiara didn't come inside?
He said she wasn't feeling well.
And after he said that Kiara was not feeling well, what, if anything, happened after that?
He took her dinner.
Okay.
He did come back into the house later and
Okay.
asked for more food. I'm sorry, I don't know.
And did you cook yourself dinner that night?
Yes,
Okay. And I'm not going to ask you if you remember what you had to eat, but did Isaac Apodaca come back inside the house after you cooked your dinner?
yes, he did.
Okay. And did you talk with Isaac Apodaca at that point?
He just mentioned they needed more food.
Okay. And did he say why he needed more food?
They were still hungry. He didn't make enough.
Okay. Did you think that was unusual?
I didn't think anything of it, no.
And when Mr. Isaac Apodaca came back inside the house and said that they needed more food, did he make the food or did you make the food?
I made the food.
Okay. And after you made the food, what, if anything, did you do with that?
I took it out to the garage.
Okay. And when you took it out to the garage, did you go through the back door?
I did.
Okay. And when you went to the garage, did you just open the door or did you knock?
I knocked.
Okay. And do you know who answered?
Isaac did.
Okay. Did you see Kiara in the garage?
She was sitting on the bed.
Okay. Did you see anyone else in the garage?
No, I did not.
Did you go inside of the garage?
No.
Do you remember where Isaac was?
He was in the doorway.
Okay. Could you see into the garage past him?
Just barely enough to know where my daughter was.
Okay. Now, you stated that you went to bed between 10 and 11. Is that correct?
Most likely, yes.
Okay. Did you have any reason to suspect that anyone else was in your house or in the garage?
No, I did not.
Okay, so I want to fast forward to October 29th, 2022. Do you know about what time you woke up?
Probably between 6 and 6:30.
Okay. Is there any routine that you handle when you wake up in the mornings?
At the time, I had 3 dogs, so letting the dogs out in the backyard was part of
Okay.
it.
And you said that you let them out into the backyard?
Yes.
And did the dogs bark, sniff around, anything out of the ordinary?
No.
After you let the dogs out, what did you do?
I started my Saturday mornings. I do chores around the house.
And what types of chores?
Dishes, laundry, cleaning the bathroom, that sort of thing.
At any point on the morning of October 29th, 2022, did you see Isaac Apodaca?
Yes, he came into the house.
Okay. And when he came into the house, do you know what he did?
He went to the bathroom and then he came out and he told me that he did not have to start work that day. He was supposed to start a new job, but he said he did not need to start that job that day.
Okay. Did he tell you why he didn't need to start the job that day?
He said that the boss had called him and told him he could start on Monday.
Do you know where that new job was supposed to be?
It was a kiosk at the mall.
Did Mr. Isaac Apodaca do anything else while he was inside the house?
He helped me put a rug into the washing machine
Okay. And why did he help you put a rug into the washing machine?
because I couldn't lift it, and I asked for his help.
So was it big? Was it heavy? Was it big and heavy?
Big and heavy and wet.
Okay. You said it was wet. Why was it wet?
I had a diabetic dog who peed on it.
And where were you inside of your house when you saw Mr. Isaac Apodaca?
I was standing in the hallway, and he was in the hallway.
Okay. Did Isaac Apodaca mention anything else about his job and why he didn't have to start that day?
There's something about being sick.
Was Isaac Apodaca the sick one, or?
The way he made it sound was he was sick, but as far as I knew, he was not.
Okay.
Objection, Your Honor. Can you approach?
Yes. Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. McCulley, do you remember how long Isaac Apodaca was inside of the house that morning?
I would say probably between 10 and 15 minutes.
And when he left the main house, which door did he leave from?
He used the back door, went to the garage.
And was the back door kind of the standard door that Kiara and Isaac Apodaca would enter and exit through?
Yes.
On October 29th, 2022, did you see your daughter Kiara at all?
Yes, she came in and went to take a shower.
Okay. Did you say anything to Kiara when you saw her?
I did.
What did you say to her?
I told her, it's alive, because she gets up last in the house. I tease her all the time.
And about how long after you saw Isaac Apodaca and he left, was it before Kiara came inside?
I don't really recall. It's probably half an hour or so.
Okay. And did your daughter take a shower?
Yes, she did.
Do you know about how long that shower lasted?
20 minutes, 30 minutes. It wasn't that long.
Do you remember about what time that was?
Mid-morning, I don't really know.
Okay. When Kiara came inside the house to take a shower, do you remember what she was wearing?
A dark shirt.
When Kiara got out of the shower, did you see her?
I did.
When you saw her after the shower, is there anything that stands out to you?
She had washcloths in her hand, and she went straight out to the garage.
Okay, so when you say that she had washcloths in her hand, what do you mean by that?
She had little washcloths that were rolled up, and they were in her hands like that.
Okay. And so since everything is kind of audio recorded, when you say little washcloths, about how many inches by how many inches were those washcloths?
4 by 4.
Okay, so 4 by 4 washcloths. And did she have one in each hand?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know if those washcloths were wet or dry?
I couldn't tell though from the way she was holding them.
Okay, and the way that she was holding them, I think you've demonstrated, but let's go ahead and kind of describe that a little bit.
So they were rolled in the palm of her hand, and then she was clasping it. You could see the ends poking out from either side of her palm.
Okay, and so were her hands clenched?
Yes.
And were they sort of being held out in the front of her? Were they on the side of her? Where were her arms?
Well, she was headed for the door, so they kind of in front of her so she could open the door.
Okay. And did you find that to be unusual at all?
I did. It's a strange place to have washcloths.
So you said that she was approaching the door and getting ready to open the door. Do you mean the back door of
The
your
back door,
house?
yes.
Okay. And did she leave the main house?
She did. She went to the garage.
Okay. And do you know about how long she was in the garage?
Not long at all. She came running back immediately.
Okay. So she went out to the garage and then came running back to the house immediately.
Yes.
Okay. After Kiara came running back to the house, what, if anything, happened?
She came running in. She said, "Mom, there's."
Hang on.
Sorry.
So did any event happen after Kiara came running back?
Yes.
What event happened?
She ran in.
So without saying what she said, what did you see?
She ran in and got my attention. I was turning to talk to her, and the police officers were coming through the backyard. They started kicking on the door, and I went to the door, and I said, "Please don't break my house." And I unlocked the door so they could come in.
Okay. Once those police officers arrived, without saying anything that you heard, what was your general reaction at first?
My first reaction was that they were there to look for Isaac.
Okay. And at some point, did your daughter go into handcuffs?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And at some point, did you learn that your house was a crime scene?
Yes, I did.
I want to ask you a little bit about a purchase from Amazon, okay? Are you aware of a sword being purchased from Amazon sometime before October 29th, 2022?
Yes.
And did you ever see Kiara with a sword a couple days before October 29th, 2022?
Yes, we received the package. She opened it in front of me.
Okay. And do you remember what day that was?
It would have been the 27th.
Okay. And you said it was delivered to you, or to your house. And so, did the delivery just leave the package on the front doorstep or someplace like that?
Yes, they left it on the front door.
Okay, and did you see that?
Yes, I believe they rang the doorbell that morning.
Okay. And then, was that package opened up in front of you?
Yes,
And who opened up that package?
Kiara and Isaac.
Okay. Do you know who bought the sword?
I don't know who paid for it. I know it was on Kiara's Amazon account.
Okay. And how do you know that it was on Kiara's Amazon account?
It was addressed to her.
Okay. And do you know that Kiara had an Amazon account?
Yes, I did.
Okay. After the package was opened by Kiara and Isaac Apodaca, did anyone touch the sword? Did anyone handle the sword?
Kiara opened it and showed it to me. I touched the sword. Isaac touched the sword. We all did.
Okay. And do you have any background in swords?
I do.
Okay. And what is that background in swords?
I used to be a member of the Society for Creative Anachronism. I used to fight with the swords that we used there.
Okay. What is the Society for Creative Anachronism?
It's a medieval reenactment group.
And what does the society do?
Well, there's a lot of things, but they practice heraldry, sword fighting, archery.
Okay. And so is it safe to say that you've handled swords before?
I don't have a lot of live swords. Those came later. The Society for Creative Anachronism actually uses what's called rattan. It's a type of bamboo grass that they use for their swords.
Okay. Now, based on your experience and your past with the society, are swords dangerous?
Absolutely.
Okay. And can they cut people?
Yes, they can.
Did you have any hesitation at all about Kiara having this sword?
Yes, but not when it comes to people. It was more about leaving it out of the scabbard and possibly having one of the pets get hurt.
Okay. And you just mentioned a term that I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about. I think you said scabbard?
Scabbard.
And what is that?
Scabbard is the sheath that the sword goes into.
Okay. Scabbard is sort of the official term?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it with either a yes or a no. Okay, so no sort of explanation, all right?
Okay.
Do you know if Kiara would ever access Isaac's phone or Facebook accounts?
No.
No, you don't know, or yes, you do know?
No, she would not.
Okay. Prior to October 29th, 2022, when was the last time you saw Grace?
It was a couple of years prior. I want to say 2020.
Now, you testified that Kiara, did she complete the 10th grade?
Yes.
Okay. And did she get a GED?
I take that back. She finished the first semester of 10th grade.
Okay, so she did not complete the 10th grade.
So she did not complete 10th grade.
Okay. So it was, the last grade that she actually completed was that 9th grade?
Would have been 9th grade.
Okay. And if you had to describe your daughter, how would you describe her?
I always thought of her as a sweet person,
Okay.
very caring. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Take your time, please.
She was very pet oriented. She really liked the pets and animals. She cared a lot about them. I think she was very easily persuaded into doing things that she otherwise wouldn't. But she would also have moments when she would try to stand up for herself, but I don't know that she was good at it.
Okay.
She was very much a teenager.
And you stated that back in 2022, she was 19, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I have a moment?
Yes.
So I want to clarify a few things. There was the door from the backyard into the garage, correct?
Yes.
And then the main big door, the big garage door that maybe a car might go in and out of, did that door work?
The vehicle door was not functional.
Okay. Do you know if Kiara had a bank account or a savings account or anything like that?
Yes.
She did?
Yes, she did.
And do you know if anyone else had access to those accounts?
I did.
You did not?
I did.
You did. Did anyone besides you have access to those accounts?
In theory, no. In reality, I believe Isaac did.
Okay. So, did you ever text or communicate with your daughter via cell phone?
Sure.
Okay. And did you ever text or communicate with Isaac Apodaca via cell phone?
Yes.
Okay. When you would text with Isaac Apodaca, was there a certain app or application that the two of you would use?
We use Facebook Messenger.
Ms. McCulley, I want to go back to the April 4th, 2022 incident. So we know that you stated that Kiara did not talk to the police when they called her.
Correct.
Were you in the room when she didn't answer the phone or she didn't talk to them?
I believe so, yes.
Ms. McCulley, my next question is going to be a little sensitive. Do you know if your daughter was ever sexually assaulted?
Yes.
And
Yes, come on up. Mr. Long, you may continue.
thank you. So, Ms. McCulley, without saying what you heard, I'm going to ask if you did anything that, did you follow up, did you go any place, did you do anything that made you believe that Kiara had been sexually assaulted?
I took her to the ER for a rape kit.
Okay. And just to clarify, do you know, or was it wasn't Isaac Apodaca that had allegedly sexually assaulted your daughter, was it?
No.
Okay. So I want to go back to the garage door. And I'm talking the operating door, the one from the backyard into the garage. Could you lock that door without a key?
You could lock the handle, but not the deadbolt.
Okay. So were there then two locks on that door?
Yes.
Okay, so a handle lock and then a separate deadbolt lock. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. And deadbolts are pretty straightforward. You've got to have a key. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. But the handle, you could actually lock from the inside. Is that correct?
Objection on leading.
you can lock both of them from the interior.
Okay.
You can only lock the handle from the exterior without a key.
Okay. Thank you.
Objection on leading.
It was a confusing answer anyway. Objection sustained, re-ask the question.
How would you lock the handle?
Usually we would lock it and just pull the door shut.
Okay. Could it also be locked with a key?
Yes,
Okay. And how would you lock the deadbolt?
with a key.
Okay. And could it only be locked with a key?
Correct, yes,
From the outside?
correct.
Okay. But
Hold on,
could,
the court's going to ask a question. Could both locks be opened with the same key?
Yes,
thank you. Ms. McCulley, when you took Kiara to the emergency room for the sexual assault kit, do you remember what year that was?
it was Halloween 2021.
Okay. And was that about a year before the incident that we're here for today?
Yes,
Okay. And at that point, do you know if Kiara and Isaac Apodaca were dating?
I'm not sure at that moment.
I asked you earlier, and
Hold on, Mr. Long, before we go back into additional questioning, we need to take a short break.
Okay.
I think we'll go ahead and take our morning break right now, ladies and gentlemen, for about 10, 15 minutes and then we'll come back and continue with this witness on the stand.
All rise.
You can go ahead and step down. Don't discuss your testimony with anyone during the break. I'm going to have you back up here in about 10 minutes when they come back in. Take it with you. Take your purse with you. You can leave your water, or if you want the water, go ahead and take that with you also. Okay, we're off the record.
thank you, Judge.